Full text of the joint declaration between the Prime Ministers of Cambodia and Thailand released. The full text of the joint declaration signed between the Prime Ministers of Cambodia and Thailand has been released today by the White House on October 26, 2025, marking a significant step towards strengthening bilateral relations and cooperation between the two nations. Here's the full details of the Cambodia-Thailand Joint Declaration signed in Kuala Lumpur. We, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia and the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, as witnessed by the President of the United States of America and the Prime Minister of Malaysia, having met in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, on October 26, 2025, declare the following. 1. We reaffirm the unwavering commitment to peace and security between our two countries, as declared in Putrajaya, Malaysia, on July 28, 2025, and reiterate our firm commitment to refrain from the threat or use of force, peaceful settlement of disputes, and respect for international boundary and of international law for the promotion of peace, security, stability, and prosperity in the region on the basis of mutual respect for the independence, sovereignty, equality, territorial integrity, and national identity of our respective nations. 2. We reaffirm our firm commitment to upholding and implementing the agreements reached by both sides at the General Border Committee meetings. 3. We signed the Terms of Reference, TOR, on the establishment of the ASEAN Observer Team, AOT, which will comprise personnel from ASEAN member states with the objective of ensuring the full and effective implementation of the ceasefire. We call on ASEAN member states to provide the appropriate support to ensure the AOT can successfully meet its objectives. 4. Furthermore, we committed to de-escalating tensions and restoring confidence and mutually beneficial relations between the Kingdom of Cambodia and the Kingdom of Thailand. To achieve and reinforce these objectives, we agree to the following steps to ensure the full and effective implementation of the ceasefire and restoration of peace, security, and stability in the border areas. Implement military de-escalation under the observation and verification of the AOT to include the removal of heavy and destructive weapons and equipment from the border and returning them back to their respective normal military installations. In this context, both sides will designate their respective teams to discuss, with a view to finalizing, a practical and step-by-step action plan, which will be under the observation of the Interim Observer Team, and subsequently the AOT once it is established pursuant to the TOR. Refrain from disseminating or promoting false information, accusations, allegations, and harmful rhetoric, whether through official government channels or unofficial platforms, in order to de-escalate tensions, mitigate negative public sentiment, and foster an environment conducive to peaceful dialogue. Agree to the full and immediate implementation of confidence-building measures to restore and maintain confidence, mutual trust, and peace along the border. To resolve differences peacefully in the spirit of good neighborliness, friendship, and solidarity, and to work towards the restoration of diplomatic relations between the two countries. Coordinate and implement humanitarian demining in the border areas as agreed by the General Border Committee, without prejudice to the survey and demarcation of land boundary between both countries, to protect civilian lives and contribute to socio-economic development. Reaffirm our commitment to the settlement of border dispute and border demarcation through peaceful means and international law, refraining from the threat or use of force or any acts of provocation, and recognize the Regional Border Committee, General Border Committee, and Joint Boundary Commission, JBC, as the bilateral mechanisms to work through border-related issues through peaceful means, in accordance with their respective mandates, in coordination with local governors, to peacefully manage the situation on the ground, including the issues of alleged encroachment by either side, in accordance with the outcome of the discussion under the JBC, and the cessation of all activities which expand the scope of the disputes and further escalate tensions. 5. Upon effective implementation of above-mentioned measures, both sides will recognize the cessation of active hostilities. Further, as a demonstration of Thailand's desire to promote mutual confidence and trust, Thailand undertakes to promptly release the prisoners of war. 6. We agree to enhance cooperation, information sharing, and strategic communications efforts, and strengthen border controls to prevent and suppress transnational crimes that impact both our citizens and the wider international community. 7. We acknowledge the need to chart a course for a bright future not bound by conflicts of the past. Both governments reaffirm the commitment to peacefully resolve disputes in full respect for international laws and existing treaties and agreements. The conditions have been created for our nations to look forward and embark on building neighborly relations in keeping with the letter and spirit of the United Nations Charter and principles enshrined in the ASEAN Charter on peaceful conflict resolution, paving the way for a new chapter of peace and cooperation between our two nations. 8. We express our confidence that this meeting, in the presence of and supported by President Donald J. Trump of the United States of America and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia, is a strong foundation for mutual respect and the advancement of peace in the region. We note with deep appreciation President Donald J. Trump's significant contributions to advancing the restoration of productive bilateral relations between the Kingdom of Cambodia and the Kingdom of Thailand. Signed at Kuala Lumpur on October 26, 2025, in quadruplicate, in the English language. Hun Manet, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Anutin Chanvirakul, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand. Witnessed by Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Witnessed by Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America.